naked, extraordinary, shallow, acknowledge, intelligence, comprehensive, life expectancy, subject, on good terms with, refuse to do, brilliant, wait, solve, consciousness, deserve doing, harm, review, apply A to B, correct, kokorodo, existence, scary, be composed of A, well, prove A, compulsory, residence, collection, fail in A, by all means, destructive, chore, interpretation, describe, constitution, weave, result from A, indefinite, ignore, ingredient, act, greet, out of context, literature, restrict A to B, fashion, revive, expect, residence, brilliant, negligible, firm, complexity, one's mother tongue, rise, organization, be amazed that, quote, close, prove that, mean, applicant, mean, derivation, regarding, issue, illiterate, consult, have an insight about A, compound, establishment,
marriage,
wit, exhibit, identify, in context, lead A to B, swallow, be amazed at A, identity, enable, literally, beverage, refer to A, text, assume, organize, hunger, lead to A, fail, as far as A is concerned, humor, people concerned, trivial, household, nurture, criticize A for B, theoretical, expansion, Without regard to A. Suggest doing. Routine. Reason. Account. Expand. Proposition. Literal. Stuck. Comment. Ground. View. No doubt. Basis. Scholastic. Cruelty. Wait. Grammatical. Ironically. Extension. Be harmful to A. Improve. Make a remark on A. Logic. Lean. A's critic. Propose that S do. Reasonable. Respectively. Identify A with B. Comfort. Linguistics. Nourishment. Indispensable. Be curious to know A. Negligence. Meditation. Subject. Propose to A that S do. Possess. Digestion. Contemplate. Do. Swallow. Essential. Case. Do harm to A. Demonstrate. Make an exception. It is typical of A to do. Odd. Idle. Suggest that. Represent. Standpoint. Method. Obesity. Distort. Considerate. Chemistry. Be of significance. Solve. Overlook. Prohibit. Acknowledgement. Review. Capture. Consider A to be B. Reasonable. Remarkable. A slip of the tongue. View. Be subject to A. Raise money. Reflect. Slight. Stage fright. Deny 0102. View. Emphasis. Accent. Significant. Appear. The odds are that. Attachment. Verbal. Utterly. Volunteer. Case. Fright. Comment. Characteristic. Remark. Impose. Regretful. Survey. In A's company. Represent. Wait on A. Detect. Voral. Opinion. Construction. Liberal. Voral. Away. Be identical with A. In terms of. Take refuge. Recollect. Core. Attendance. Vivid. A is accompanied by B. Fashion. Surgeon. Standpoint. Upset. Boring. Observation. Tongue. Illustrate. Mention. Exist. Denial. Penetrate. Recede. Analyze. Motehayasu. Pretend. Complex. Term. Unique. Common. Comprehend. Be anxious for A. Describe. Implication. Remained. Regret doing. Expect A to do. Verse. Indispensable. Where. Raise. Reside. Prefer. Hold one's tongue. Vitality. Wisdom. Belonging. Means. Divide. Exhibit. Sakashi. Starve. Reflect A. Dwell on. Irony. Prove. Free. View. Generalize. Proposal. Be harmless for A. Lose weight. Philosophy. Cut a figure. Remarkable. Mean. Allow A to do. Crisis. Geographic. An opportunity to do. Subscription. Make a fine figure. Comfort. Inclination. Foster. Literacy. Distinctive. Cut a fine figure. Grocery. Inquire. Do a favor. Disappear. Application. Awareness. Propose. On board. Criticize. Concern. Artery. Extraordinary. Attendance. Suggestion. Radiation. Confirmation. A city dweller. Regret having doing. Be on alert. Company. Text. Be frightened of a. Structure. Geology. Stick. Attendance. Harmful. Description. Is familiar to be. Astonish. Trivial. Emphasize. Division. Respect. Greed. Assume. Incomprehensible. Be bored with a. Strain. Rise. Intellect. Swallow. Refer to a. Reference. Primarily. Pronunciation. Thirst. Attendant. Term. Notion. Kokoro narazu. Apply. Prejudice. Inhabit. Volunteer. Expertise. Remind A of B. Scatter. Thread. Beyond one's means. Information. Nurture. Feast. Risk. Considering. Document. Suppose. Consist. Possession. Yorokobi maoshi. Generous. Entrance. With the naked eye. Figure. Lay stress on a. Establish. Pessimistic. Account. Convenient. Be supposed to do. Factor. Be scared of a. Stuck. Inditei. Case. Means. Ordinary. Odd. Wait. Greeting. Denial. Be satisfied with a. Amaze. Duly. Wait for a. Affirm. Hold one's tongue. Appear. Odds. There. Remark. Acceptance. Extension. Spontaneous. Concern. Express one's opinion about a. Be consistent with a. Substance. Imply. Philosopher. Typically. Tongue. Routine. Case. Identify. Preference. Attachment. Botany. Restrict. Tiny. Research. Consider. Harmless. At odds with. Be unique to A. Be frightened at A. Aware. Detach A from B. Apologize. Abstract. Apparently. Court. With the result that. Letter. Underlie. Typical. Inform A that. Bend. Do. Attract. Explicit. Supposedly. Harm. Implicit. Cognition. Term. Improvement. Do more harm than good. Literal. Cause. Refugee. Bear no relation to A. Burst into tears. Review. Cling. Illustration. Vocabulary. Unbearable. Routine. Germ. In reference to A. Proof. Representation. Mention. Stir. Accept. Viewpoint. Spontaneity. Case. Proposition. Fundamental. Theory. Reside. Characteristic. Nourishment. Spread. Manuscript. Forbid. Surface. String. Souvenir. Take A into account. Raise a question. Consideration. Constitute. Astrology. Consider AB. Lean against A. Compose oneself. Prescribe. Melt. Definite. Firm. Overlook. Free. Attach. Applicant. In terms of. Without fail. Upset. Apply. Comprehension. Have an ear for. Distress. Tense. Impose A on B. Habitat. Verbal. Term. Recognize. Accompany. Grasp. Obligation. Proverb. Confirm. Linguist. Logical. Official. Diffusion. Character. In general. Express concern about a. In this regard. Do the grocery shopping. With a view to doing. Revival. Lean on a. Be amazed to do. Outlook. Extend. Melt. Prominence. Figure. Ordinary. Investigate. Conclusion. Burst out laughing. Case. Conscious. Brute. Propose to a that S should do. In my view. Recognize. Be harmful for a. Utterance. Refer. Geological. Mold. Marry. Desperate. Quotation. Put on weight. Distress. Be unique to a. Extend. Affirm. Inhabitant. Convenience. Philosophy. Construct. A accompanies be. Illiterate. Assumption. Seize. Statement. Never fail to do. Psychological. Concrete. Domesticate. Brute. Dialect. Confirmation. Strain. Appear to do. Objection. Subscribe to a. Wait. Commuter. Those concerned. Expectation. Erect. Company. Profound. In general. Captive. I firmly believe that. Favorite. Witty. Result in a. Proposal. Restrain. Feature. Attentive. Bilingua. As a result. In practice. Logic. Shelter. Interpretation. Expert. Disappointment. Scarce. State. Exhibition. Fail. Consist. Document. Concern. Firm. Implication. Organize. Regret. Ground. Rumor. Be astonished that. Bear responsibility. Apply for a. Triviality. Fail. Confirm. Belong. Mention. Erection. Division. Spread. Shallow. Regardless of. Except. Convenience. Lay emphasis on a. Essential. Be expert in a. Trait. As a consequence. Wit. By means of a. Starve. Apology. Viewpoint. Forgive. Reject. Doubt. Outlook. Consideration. Pessimism. Attraction. Make a difference. Vocabulary. Scholastic. Official. Substitute. On account of a. Subject. Scare. Collect. Dialogue. Suggest that S do. Fail. A proposal to do. Familiar. Regrettable. Regard. Residential. Inclination. With a view to doing. Diet. Failure. Intensity. At issue. Optimism. Brutal. Organize. Exist in a. Rumor. Suggest. Imply. A means to an end. Ingredient. Recollect. Bear witness. Tolerant. Doubtful. Establish. Reflection. Foster. Be astonished to do. Lie in a. Spontaneously. Surgery. Have an insight into a. Comment. Refer. Analogy. Ignore. Pay attention to a. Do a harm. Beast. Underestimate. Proof. Proposal. Curiosity. Fail to do. Erect. Give rise to a. General. Rhetoric. Go on a diet. Hypothesis. Text. Accurate. Unconscious. It is estimated that. Stereotype. Expert. Account. Compound. Reflect on a. Obscure. Appearance. Reason. Recall. Essence. Expand. Emit. Disregard. In fashion. Bright. Old-fashioned. Essentially. Operate. View. Entry. Idle. Be anxious to do. Prejudice. Be frightened by a. Bend. Digest. Attend to a. Ordinary. Evidently. Unconscious. Define. Bored. By all means. Refuse. Recognition. Incline. Run the risk of doing. Aboard. Respectful. Analogy. Cruelty. Result. Accommodation. Submit. Gain weight. Belong. Failure to do. Take A into consideration. Nutritious. Nurture. Accommodate. Meditation. Yochihito. Significance. Dwell. Monologue. Bore. Wait. Receive. Academic. Astonishing. Expose. Raise. Expansion. Get married to a. Make mention of a. Advance. Identity. Specific. Favorable. Refer to a. In essence. Prime Minister. Court. Representative. Biological. Survey. Intelligent. Household. Nourish. Cause A to do. Concerned. Biology. In comfort. At one's wit's end. Shelter. Refuge. Plot. Sit idle. Stir. Negligence. Regardless of. Consult. Be curious about a. Pretend that. Superb. Regret that. Extensive. Be astonished by a. Revival. Calm. Drag. Favor. Inquire into a. Emit. Salary. Stability. In comfort. Literacy. Satisfy. Demonstrate. Have a in common. Observance. Rise. Cut a good figure. Domestic. Characterize. Reflection. Contemplation. Opportunity. Famine. Greet. Interpret.
Marriage.
By means of a. Concern. Conscience. Do research on a. Bend over. Correct. Resident. Be aware of a. Foster. Lead. Proof. Official. Prove to be a. Tolerate. Constitute. Anxiety. Anxious. Shelter. Mean a by b. Lean against a. Character. Extract. Identify. Line. Superstition. Narrative. Brutal. Acknowledgement. Literal. Make a difference. Impose a on b. Be amazed by a. Convenient. Prominence. Leak. Widespread. Inquire about a. Institute. On the rise. Infer. Surface. Stir. Cause. Subscribe. Respect. Fashion. Contemplation. Enable a to do. In favor of a. Character. Illustrate. Metaphor. Be greedy for a. The opportunity to do. Meditate. Notion. A slip of the tongue. Extraordinarily. Be harmless to a. Typically. Rejection. Account. Put a stress on a. Review. Ignorant. Factor. Doubt that. Suggest to a that s do. Refuge. Result. Frighten. Feature. Compulsive. Cruel. Do. Ground. Rumor has it that. Evidence. Penetrate. Be disappointed in a. Shelter. Force. Express one's opinion on a. On the ground that. Prove. Entrance. Meaning. Thesis. Inform a of b. Strain. Without doubt. To one's astonishment. State. Metaphor. Alert. Genetic. Paradox. Yorokobi maoshi. Consist in a. Definition. Pros. Attend. Focus. A grocery store. Interpret. Recollection. Remind A that. Outweigh. Obviously. Consist in A. Aim. Observe. Take shelter. In favor of A. Generalization. Demonstration. Nurture. Pretense. Representation. Restrained. Comfort. Captive. Lead A to do. Down. Regard A as B. Lead A to B. Satisfactory. Adjective. Proposition. Apply. Investigation. Explosive. Disguise. Assume. Observe. Be concerned with A. Inquire. Wisdom. Idle. Description. Revel. Naked. Unique. Lead to A. Upset. Lie. Solution. Place an emphasis on A. Nutrition. Nutrient. Smart. One's native tongue. Subconscious. Observe. Clothing. Possession. Release. Remind A to do. Ignorance. Consistent. Rational. In particular. Obese. Suppose. Consist. Common. Amazing. Detective. Utter. Grammar. Regard. Insight. Accountable. To one's disappointment. Generous. Due to. Improve. Statesman. Lay off.